what's going on? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. And I got two of my favorites here with me today. I've been rocking with them for a long time. Big shout out to Bernadette. How are you, love?
Thank you. How are you?
Good. JG, what's going on, bro?
I'm great. No complaints at all. Just happy to be here. Finally, it's been a minute.
Yeah, y'all come in here looking all fly, super duper fly. See you. Listen, I'm so excited to have you guys here. I'm proud of what you both have done. Like, you guys are out here working, music stuff, and now real estate. You're an author. Man, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We got a lot of ground to cover.
Facts. But without further ado, we're going to do ladies first. Go ahead and give us that official introduction.
What's up, everybody? I'm more popularly known as Ma Shrim, mother of popular rap group Ray Shrimmer. But my name is Bernadette Sullivan. I'm a real estate agent, and I do real estate all over Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're looking to buy or sell, hit me up. Hit me or my partner up.
I know that's right. Right. What's going on, bro?
Everything's great, as I said. Looking at James Garman here, the fiance of this beautiful lady.
Ow!
Yes. And yeah, like she said, we just out here doing our real estate thing. We started off as artist manager.
Yes.
But over the years, we've transitioned, and our trajectory has changed over the last few years. And,
Absolutely.
I love that. And that's, it happens like that sometimes. This music business is beautiful, but it's not the end all. Like, we got to do other stuff.
Right.
Because it comes to a point in time where I don't really want to be out there that much anymore. And this music business requires you to be out moving around a lot. At my age, I don't want to be out there that much because, there's a lot of chaos that goes on with the youngins and stuff. And I just don't want to be a part of that.
I totally agree.
So where you guys from originally?
So I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
Are you really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes, right off Crenshaw and Florence, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever go back?
Well, we actually went back last year.
Yeah, we went last year.
And it's not the same.
Yeah,
as when I was
I'm
growing
sure.
up.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed going back. There's a lot of stuff. There's still a lot of stuff to do. You just got to be really, really careful going back to California.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot.
I would imagine so. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, me, I'm originally from Tupelo, Mississippi, home of Elvis, of course.
Yeah.
The new home of Ray Shrimmer,
Nah, for real.
That's right.
But definitely,
right.
Tupelo, Mississippi, it definitely prepared me for some hard times. One thing about growing up in those areas, you're going to see struggle more than you want to.
Yeah.
Because 85% of the population there is going through poverty.
Right.
It's just the everyday occurrence, with the people that lives there. And I was just another, subject of that situation.
Yeah.
And just coming here, I was able to, pretty much build myself the way I wanted to because those opportunities aren't there.
Absolutely. And if it means you have to leave and go somewhere else to create those opportunities, and that's what you have to do.
Exactly.
Definitely.
It's not that you're trying to turn your back on your city or your town or whatever. You just got to better what you got going on.
That's
true.
right.
I mean, but in all fairness, I have turned my back on that city. I'm just being honest.
All right, I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, if it's not doing nothing for you,
it wasn't.
Right.
And I tried to get so many of my friends to come out here, that was on that same journey with me.
Yeah.
It's just that they keep falling victim to the same excuses. And I'm not even going to say problems because the problems are just something that we all have.
of course.
But the excuses is what you make, and we just fall victim to our own excuses sometimes.
Man.
Yeah. Let me say this real quick.
Yes, absolutely.
I think any small town, you're going to have that small town mentality.
Absolutely. Right.
Poverty is more so a mindset
Exactly.
before it's a financial condition. So, I was in Tupelo too, for a hot minute. That's where we met.
That's what
Yeah.
we meant.
And so I think a lot of the problem, even with any small town, is that there's a lot of fear.
Of course.
There's a lot of fear in
Right.
changing, and nobody wants to be uncomfortable.
Exactly, because they grow up in a
Yeah.
small city. They're not around a lot of people, probably not a lot of businesses, and they get in that comfort zone.
Right.
Coming to a big city probably terrifies them.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does.
So it's like, it just depends on where your mindset's at.
Absolutely. Same thing in California, too. I'm from a
Right.
big town, and poverty mentality is out there, too. So, I mean, it's just a mentality that we have to overcome. You know what I'm
I totally
saying?
agree.
So let me ask you this. If you were born in LA and you lived out there, what took you to Mississippi?
A Southern man. Yeah. And I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
A Southern man, and if I'm going to be 100% honest, At the time, I was struggling.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're struggling financially, California is not somewhere you want to be.
Right. It's very expensive out there.
Yeah, and you know the crime. You know the opportunities are there if you have the money, if you have the resources. But if you don't have the money or the resources, you know it's going to eat you up.
Yeah.
You know? So when I had the opportunity to leave California with somebody that I had a decent relationship with, and I had 2 kids, you know, I decided that was the best opportunity for me and the kids to get somewhere and get on our feet and get stable.
No, I absolutely agree. Especially when you have kids, like you said, you have
Right.
to make the best decisions and best moves for them.
Right.
You know, even if that means moving to a small town for a little while.
Yes.
Halfway across the, you know.
Yeah.
Halfway across the United
yeah.
States.
So and I get that a lot when I was there and I was meet people that came from big cities.
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, who did you kill, or what happened? Like, you're running from something, so it didn't make any sense. I met people that moved from New York, that moved from North Carolina. It's like, what made you come to little old Tupelo? It's like you passed Memphis,
Tupelo,
you
yeah.
passed Nashville, you passed all these other places, and you made it to Tupelo. So that was always my thing when I heard those. I'm coming from this big city. I'm like, damn.
Here?
Yeah.
Maybe some people want to get away from the big city life,
Yeah.
you know?
And I didn't recognize that until we actually started coming to Atlanta.
Right.
And we was actually going to bigger cities, and I'm like, I understand why, you know, you want to get, like we was talking earlier,
Exactly.
you want to get out that hustle and bustle.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want to raise your kids in that. I have friends, some of my best friends moved from St. Louis when they was 12 and 13, and I could never wrap my head around it because they talked so highly about it.
Yeah.
But when I talk to their mother, it's like, I didn't want my kids raised in that chaos.
Same here.
Absolutely. That's why my son just bought in Rockmart, because he just got married this year and he's wanting to start a family, and he's like, I want to do it outside of the hustle and bustle.
Sure.
So they were in Tampa, where it's super growing right now.
It's growing.
So they said, you know what, we're moving to Georgia, but we want to be a little bit out, but they can still get to the city in like 40
down the
minutes
street.
or whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right down the street. And that's how I feel. It's like, I don't mind taking an hour trip to the city if I need to go to the city.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, we don't have to be there often. So it's like, okay, that hour drive or whatever it is not a big deal, because you're not making it every day.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this real estate business. That's what I really want to dive
Amen.
into.
Oh, great,
Because you guys have been, you know, on it heavy.
Yes.
What made you decide real estate?
All right.
That's a funny story. That's a funny story.
Yeah. When we first came out here, you know, we didn't know what we were going to do.
Right.
You know, initially came out here because my sons were out here. He had a place out here. I said, I was originally in Ohio with my mother. I said, let me just go out there and see what it's about.
Yeah.
Came out here. I saw this opportunity for entertainment. You know, I didn't know what else was out there, but my first thought was something in entertainment, since my sons were already established.
Absolutely.
You know, it made sense to me then. So we got in an acting class.
Acting classes.
Yeah.
Where did
Yeah.
you guys take the class at?
The Actor Studio.
Actor Studio.
In
Okay.
Buckhead.
Yeah, right off Peachtree.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
Okay.
So we were going there for what, about 6-7 months?
Bro, no, I was going to say about 4 months. It was
Okay,
like 4 months.
something like that.
Yeah.
But we met a lot of people that were taking the class that were in real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate class. Like,
Yeah.
they were real estate agents. And just one day doing improv, or after improv, we was all sitting around and we were just getting to know one another. And one little guy was like, yeah, man, I sold 4 houses last month, made about $60,000.
We're like, what?
Excuse
You
me?
made how much? You made how much money? So he said, yeah, man, I sold 4 houses, made about $60K, man. I'm like, what you do again? He said, I'm a real estate agent.
It's like that?
A light bulb went on. Like,
Light bulb,
whoa.
so what you got
Hold
to
up.
do to become a real estate agent? You know, so and it wasn't like we was financially in any bad position, but it
Of
was
course.
we're spending so much money trying to do the music. You know, her managing me.
Right.
we're trying to,
Absolutely.
you
It's an
know,
expensive business.
Absolutely.
You know, music video shoots, attire,
All this stuff, all this
you know,
stuff,
just
yeah.
going to different clubs, trying to get seen, promo. So it was just like, what else is out there for us to do?
Absolutely.
You know? So we got online when we got back. We talked about it on the way home. We didn't get online that day, but like 2 days later, she brought it up. Hey, what you think about that real estate stuff? I'm like,
Let's do it.
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
so we searched it, you know, we figured it out. We signed up for a class. And to be totally honest, you can knock out the real estate course in roughly 2 months. Easy.
Oh, okay.
2 months easy.
Yeah.
You can knock it out. It took us a year.
Yeah. We were procrastinating. We're doing everything else.
Doing everything else,
Yeah.
but that in the time we had the podcast, we was still
Yeah.
doing the podcast
Yep,
and everything
absolutely.
like that. And we both got an email one day and says your real estate course is about to end.
I was like, oh shit, I forgot
about
about that.
Shit, we forgot about that. It's like, well, let's just knock it out. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. We wasn't taking it serious. You know, it wasn't something that we was just hell bent on doing.
Right.
So we end up knocking it out. She passed her first time. I passed my second time. But
well, I had a little help with the military.
yeah, the military gave her some discount.
Yeah, I got points.
So we finally finished the course, took the test, and next thing you know, we was real estate agents.
Yeah, it was licensed. It was like, okay, what do we do now?
Wow.
Now,
so do you guys? Let me ask you this: once you get your real estate license, do you have to establish an LLC for like a business?
You don't have to. You can just run it as
But it's
yourself.
a great idea probably
Yes.
to do
It's definitely
so.
a great idea
Absolutely.
to have your finances come through your business. Our finances, every time we sell a house, we don't get paid directly. It pays our business. Then
The
we'll
taxes.
take
Yes.
tax breaks from that. So we pay ourselves the bare minimum on those bases.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
on those bases, and then just kind of just let your business be funded throughout that.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys held your real estate license now?
3
3 years.
It'll be 3 years.
It'll be 3
Yeah,
years.
it's gonna be 3 years.
So take us through the journey. When you first started, where did you guys kick off at?
Oh man,
That's the thing. We didn't know what to do.
we didn't know. We had no clue. We were at a brokerage called Harry Norman.
Yeah, Harry
Shout
Norman.
out to Harry Norman.
Yes.
We love y'all.
Yeah, great people over there.
Yeah, but and we were getting mentorship to an extent. Like initially, we had a managerial broker, and she kind of she was paying attention to us, but she didn't really give us a blueprint.
Of
Yeah.
what to
Yeah,
do, how to get our business going.
Right.
We just
Understood.
kind of had to go to the classes and go to the meetings and try to figure things out. He was figuring things out a lot more quickly than I was, because like I told him, if he hadn't figured out a lot of the stuff he figured out, I wouldn't be an agent right now. Yeah, because that first year is rough. That first year will make or break you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You have to figure out how to get leads. Where you want to service, what areas do you want to service?
Right.
You have to figure out a structure for your business. And I didn't know what to do. We were just sitting there twiddling our thumbs for a while until we started making phone calls. Like I started writing scripts. I started writing scripts.
Hold on. That's a little too fast, because our first year we only sold one house, and that house was Slim Jimmy's house. We sold Jimmy. Jimmy pretty much let us sell his house.
But that's great that your son allowed you to utilize him to be the first one.
Deal.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
so basically he was like, here.
I didn't want him in jail either. That was another story. There's a backstory behind it, but go ahead.
Right. So basically, he was like, here, y'all sell this one. Like, sell this house, make y'all some money, blase, whatever. Really big supporter of,
Amazing.
our business and everything we've been trying to do. We've been really great supporter of all of that. So we sold his house. That was in end of 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
So we
In the Atlanta area?
in
Marietta.
Oh, Marietta, okay.
That's in Marietta. We sell that house, and right as soon as we sold that house,
oh man,
COVID hit.
Oh, man.
It was horrible. It was like we were just shut down for like a year.
Year and a half.
Year
So,
and a half.
Yeah.
So the beginning of 2020 was really slow, because we had to start working from the house. We had to really start like just being at the house.
No more meetings.
Yeah, no more meetings. It was just, we didn't get what we thought we was going to get from the brokerage.
Man.
So we went a whole year and some months without selling anything.
Yeah.
It was like dead. So what we did in the meantime is we started a credit repair company.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right. So that pretty much was our bread and butter for a long time, because she's a vet, and most of our clients, the ads we was running was to generate veterans as first-time home buyers.
Right.
But the issue we kept running into during that time period is that they all had bad credit.
Yeah. So that's what started the credit repair.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what do we do with you all? It's like,
Right.
Can't sell your house.
yeah, so I actually was playing Modern Warfare one night on the PS4, and I met another real estate agent here in Georgia, and he was telling me how great his business was, and he also had a credit repair company. And I'm like, again, one of those situations.
Yeah, those are little epiphany
I was
moments.
like,
Yeah.
okay, so how did you get started in one of them? So we had just really heavy in stocks at the time. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making a little money on stocks, and he wanted to know about stocks. So we traded information.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I put him on
Good old barter
networking.
system.
Yes,
Good barter system,
networking.
right? So I put him on. I taught him about stocks and trading, and he taught me about how to create a credit repair company.
Wow.
Now the credit repair company started doing great. We were starting to generate
Yeah.
almost $4,000 a month on the
Yeah.
credit repair
That's
company.
nice.
It was
It was like,
literally
yeah.
shipping off a few letters every
doing
other week.
nothing. Doing
Wow.
nothing.
But then I started noticing we started putting a lot more money into our advertising stores. At some point, it started just kind of like,
Yeah.
is it really worth it?
And then it slowed down a little bit.
It slowed down
Yeah.
a lot. Like a lot of our clients either fell off, they couldn't keep affording it because
Yeah.
of COVID and all of this other stuff. And just out the blue, our real estate started picking up again once we switched brokerages.
Yeah, we switched brokerages, and then Veterans United.
Yeah.
Shout out to Veterans United. They came through. We had put in a bid to become agents for Veterans United probably that same year.
Yeah, servicing our
But they
veterans.
didn't call us until like a year later.
So you have to put in a bid with like a broker to be able to be a part of their situation?
Not for the broker, but for lead generation.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
understood.
A lot of lead generators require you to sign up, and but this
Have
was
a certain
free.
amount of sales.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Got you. So what do they send you, like a spreadsheet of people that are searching for homes?
They actually have a database, or they have their own website, and when a lead comes through, it just comes through the phone. I call them back, and it appears on my dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have it all categorized. Who I need to nurture, who just came through, and so it's basically just making phone calls, making sure I stay on top of their situation.
Absolutely.
And most of these people already come pre-qualified because that's a lot of things people don't know when it comes to buying a house.
Yeah.
Pre-approved and pre-qualified is two different things.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So people think they'll call me, be like, I get plenty of leads. Hey, I'm pre-approved for $300,000. Okay, send me the letter. I don't have a letter.
Yeah.
Well, get you a letter and we can go out and start looking.
Right.
But
Right.
one thing real estate agents realize is that we're not going to waste our time with buyers that are not pre-qualified
Right.
because they'll run you ragged.
Absolutely.
They'll run you
Yes.
ragged.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to look for a home.
So when it comes to owning your own real estate business, do you guys set your own commission rates, or how does that work?
So the standard rate for commission in Georgia is 6%.
6%,
Right.
okay.
It's usually split between the
Yes.
buyer agent and the seller agent.
Okay.
So we do a deal. The seller pays 6%, and it's split 3-3.
Okay.
Okay, between both agents. So yeah, that's typically the standard.
Yeah.
Now,
We-
can we negotiate?
Yeah,
yes,
it
we
can
can
be 7,
negotiate.
it can be 7, it can
Yes.
be 8, but not many people going to do like, why would I
Right.
go for
Yeah.
7 and 8?
Especially
Yeah.
if they're selling a home that's 500, 600,000, they
Absolutely.
want to probably the seller, because they have to pay. So do they typically, like, if I'm selling a house for 500,000, would I mark it up to 530?
No. And so it doesn't work like cars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or anything else where you have to mark it up and hoping they'll, give you a rate that you want. I mean, during the pandemic and when inventory was low,
Really low.
it was a buyer's market.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not a
Seller's
buyer's market, a
market.
seller's market. So they were marking up the prices like well above market value.
Wow.
So that was like a situation that we didn't expect to run into.
Yeah.
But typically, to sell your home and to get the price that you want to sell it quickly, you have to price it at fair market value.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely want to stay fair because,
Yeah,
there's a lot of people out there to do what you do.
absolutely. Now there are people. If it's a multiple bid situation, then you can go up.
Yes.
People want to. Everybody's looking at your home. Then you're going to get above fair market value.
So what would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned throughout your journey in doing real estate?
Finally learned sales. Now, I've been doing sales like all my life, and I've never taken the job seriously ever until I got into real estate. I also communicate. My communication has had to improve.
Yeah, because this is your business. You're not
yes.
working for someone else.
Exactly.
Absolutely. The art of the sale, communication, and networking.
Yeah.
Has been probably my biggest learning experiences in this business. And just learning real estate and the business itself.
Itself.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine it's a lot to learn. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this. For anybody that's aspiring to get into real estate, what would be a tip or a piece of advice that you would offer them?
Well, don't get into real estate. Don't get into real estate if you're coming in this to be a part-time real estate agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, trust me, over the last 2.5 years, I've seen a lot of agents or a lot of people say they're getting their license in 2 or 3 months. They're no longer agents because it's a really overwhelming structure to try to create your business from scratch.
Of course, especially if you're only committing 10 hours a week or something. It's just not enough.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Saying that you're going to become a real estate agent and keep your job is ludicrous.
Absolutely.
I'm being honest. Because the amount of time we spend on the phone calling our prospects, doing everything that we need to do to keep generating more business.
Taking customers out,
spending 3 and 4 hours in the city, in traffic, opening 5 or 6 doors.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yes. So people, they hear that, just for instance, in the last 6 months, we made about $125K.
Yes.
Just in the last 6 months. That sounds great.
Yeah.
But then you find out everything we had to do to make that.
Absolutely.
It was all we have to spend it on.
A lot of work.
It's not as, easy as it sounds. It sounds great to say, man, we sold $1 million house and we got paid $25,000 off of it.
Right.
But now I got to pay taxes on that.
Overhead
taxes.
You got to pay taxes on top of the commission split that I got to do with my brokerage.
Right.
On top, it may have took me 3 to 4 months to help this person find this place.
Exactly.
Right.
And the lead generator that we have, we may have to pay. They want money to
generate leads and ads.
Yeah.
Like you may walk away with 12.
Right. Exactly. Once everybody's paid.
Yeah. Once everybody's paid. So you may walk away with 12. So on that basis, it's like, don't think you're going to come in here your first year, your first couple of weeks or months and going to get rich and be just balling out the ass. Because that's not the case.
Right. And not to mention probably some of the people you'll deal with are probably difficult.
Oh, man. You wouldn't believe it. Patience.
Patience. Listen.
That's where the mother kicks in, right? The mother.
My God. Girl.
You literally become these people therapists sometimes.
Yeah.
I literally sometimes stay on the phone with my clients. And this is a good thing I love about it as well. When we got into real estate, I think we took it for granted until we first got to the closing table with someone we actually cared about when it came to like, we helped you get a house.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I just helped you buy something that seems so intangible.
Absolutely.
It's like, so it changed our perspective once that person really said, you know what, I appreciate you for helping me get this house.
Of course, yes.
For all the information you gave me, all the insight. Taking your time, not forcing me to get something I wouldn't love. Yeah. Because we've run into a lot of clients that be like, I want this house. Then I go through there and we say, what about this? Look at this. Like, are you sure you can handle from what you told me? Yeah. It don't sound like you really want this house. Yeah. You may just be selling because you're tired of looking.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So, you don't want to do that because the average that someone stays in a home, I would imagine, is 5 to 10 years. Sometimes more. So you don't want to settle for a place that you got to spend the next 5 to 10 years in.
Absolutely. Exactly. And that's why you get an inspection. You like this house? Okay, fine. Let's get an inspector to go through here. Right. You don't know what's underlying,
we
in this
never
house.
wave people from getting inspections.
Yeah.
Like, get your inspection.
Absolutely.
Know exactly what you're buying.
Yeah.
So for us, I think the biggest thing for me I learned is, overall myself and how I care about people more than I thought I did, because I really do care about,
of course,
everybody that we work with. Making sure that they are happy at the end of the transaction,
especially if they're spending $200,000, $300,000, $500,000. That's a lot of money.
Like,
very much.
Just for an example, we had a client just recently moved from California. They didn't want to wait. They was a little impatient. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to wait till they got here to start looking. So she had her mother go out with Bernadette to find the property.
Okay.
Now,
bad idea.
Horrible idea, because she pretty much turned her mother into the real estate agent.
Oh no!
And then they didn't want to take Bernadette's opinion.
All I did was open doors.
All she did was open doors. So every time she tried to give her opinion, it was like, no.
We got it. We
trust our mom. We trust our mom. Da 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 da.
Wow.
Okay. Come the day before closing, you can do your final walkthrough. This is the first time they're able to see the home for themselves. They walked through the house. They hated the house.
Oh, no.
So who do you blame? Do you blame the real estate agent or do you blame your mom?
Mom Dukes, because she was taking over the whole situation.
Yeah.
But it seems that way, but you can tell the energy was coming out towards us.
Towards me.
Yeah.
As if we did something wrong, but every time we tried to speak on a situation, it was like,
I got an inspector. We're good.
Didn't want to use our inspector. Didn't want to use anybody we recommended. Well, what do we do?
So did they end up backing out of the situation?
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't at that point?
You're done. We're under contract. You got to go to the closing table. get in the house. Maybe a few years from now, you can sell it.
Wow. Like it's crazy because it was a similar situation. My son did not see the house. But he knew I was going to keep a G with him.
Well, that's good.
Like I went over there more than once and I like literally turned every faucet, flushed every toilet. I looked inside, outside. I took Dave with me. Like we inspected that thing. We went into the attic.
You gotta do the whole nine.
We walked the property because I was like this, and I know my son what he's not gonna like. And we FaceTimed, and I told him, I said, "Son, you're gonna love it." Like I was gonna keep it honest with him because if I got there and it didn't look like it did on the picture,
which they hardly ever do these days.
They never
all
do.
These damn filters.
Right. I was gonna be like, nope. But fortunately, I was able to do that more than once before any contracts came into place,
Absolutely.
Because for him, it was 8 hours, and he's like, you're an hour away. You go check it out. I trust your opinion.
Right.
Fortunately, they got there and they fell in love with it. But it's not always going to be that way.
No.
Like those virtual showings, sometimes you get the worst stories because with these agents, they try to do so much to overhype the sale.
Yeah.
They put all these filters. They virtually stage the furniture in those houses. So when you get there, it's like, wow, I really thought this house. No, that's why you don't trust the pictures.
Exactly.
Right. You have to go put your eyes on it or get someone that you super trust to do.
Go at night. Go at night.
Also, definitely go at night.
Yeah.
Go around the property at night.
You want to make
see
sure
what it's
the neighborhood's
like.
Yeah. So that's something that we definitely recommend as well.
Oh, man.
So what areas do you guys currently service? If anybody's looking to buy a home, sell it. So you do sales and buys? You do it both?
We do both, but we've mostly been handling buyer sales.
Recently.
Yeah, recently.
So when our business
and investor, but
investors.
he can talk.
But when our
talk
business started to pick up last year, our business really started to pick up last year, like June, July of last year. We did 8 listings. That's where the money's at, to be real.
Okay,
it's the
with the
money.
least work.
The least work. If you want to really make the money without doing a lot of work, then you're looking to get people to let you list their homes.
Okay, understood.
So we did about 8 listings from June last year to November or December of 2021. We had 2 listings this year, but everything else been buyers because
understood.
Because there's literally 8,000 agents.
Yes.
Just in the Atlanta market.
What?
8,000 agents.
Ooh, it's a lot of competition out there.
Very much.
So in last month, I think we only had 5,000 homes listed. So just imagine 8,000 people fighting for the same listing.
Right, because there's more agents than there is listings.
Absolutely.
So I call somebody, say, hey, I'm looking to list your home. Listen, I've had 12 agents call me today. I don't want to hear this anymore.
With the same script.
With the same script.
Wow.
So,
So what areas do you guys generally work in?
Any area within a 50 to 60 mile radius of the perimeter.
Okay,
right.
so 50, 60 miles of the perimeter of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
So we do Atlanta, we do Fayetteville, we do Jonesboro, all of that.
Yeah.
We use
Clayton, Fulton, and
Suwanee.
Gwinnett.
We just sold a house in Suwanee.
Yeah.
And
everything up north,
Conyers.
Cartersville.
So you guys service.
Alpharetta, everything.
What's been your best experience?
The money.
Okay, so put the money to the side. As far as take the money out of the equation. As far as like experience with like maybe one of your buyers or something. Yeah, what's been the best experience?
Honestly, I really can't outweigh the experiences with the buyers because it comes down to that feeling you get at closing.
Yeah.
For me anyways.
What about Mr. Bostic? We haven't closed yet, but the fact that he didn't expect to get this home that was built.
I would agree with that one.
Yeah, he's a chef, and shout out to Mr. Bostic, but he wanted a house so bad for his kids, and he's a single father. He wanted a house built from the ground up. He actually had this house picked out already, but he didn't think he was going to be able to get it. We actually got under contract. And then it almost fell through about a week ago.
And on top of that, they end up putting the wrong floors in this man's house.
Yes.
The wrong paint. There was a lot of things that when he signed on the dotted line that they said they was going to do, they put the total opposite in there.
Yeah.
So at one point he was just like, I give up. I just give up.
Yeah, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating. So they actually agreed to go back through there, change out the floors.
They gave him upgrades on his appliances.
I was going to say, what happens in this situation? They have to fix it because it was in the contract.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But in his mind, it was like he's tired of having to deal with
go back and forth, and it could potentially delay the move-in time.
Yes, absolutely. And it almost did, because we actually, when it came back, when the notice of value came back after the appraisal, it appraised lower than the listing price.
So we put in an offer for $545.
Yeah, if I was $545.
And it came back at $485.
Yeah.
$495. $495.
Yeah, it was a notice of value. So they would not approve the loan over that. So, and whatever it comes back as, that's what they're going to give you the loan for. So we almost were not able to get him that house, but we negotiated with the builder, and they came down.
Thank God.
With no pushback, which was weird. But, considering what's going on in the market, now we understand. But he was so overjoyed.
See, and guess what? He's going to recommend you to so many people.
Exactly.
That is amazing. So for anybody who's out there now looking to sell their home, buy a home, how do they get in touch with you guys?
Oh, man. So you can hit me up on Instagram. Hit both of us up on Instagram, Apogee Realtors, APOGEE REALTORS. Is it Apogee Realtors on IG? On IG, at Apogee Realtors. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Just make sure.
We want to make sure they don't go to someone else that's similar.
Yes, and also on Facebook at Apogee Realtors, but we also have our realtor page.
Okay.
So Bernadette Walker and James Garman on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. And my Instagram is I am JG the Realtor, all together.
So I appreciate you guys sharing all this great knowledge. Is there anything else that you want to let everybody know about?
Oh, man, Shrimp Life. We got Community Dick dropping Monday.
It's Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
You said community what?
DICK. That's their new song. That's the new single. New single dropping Monday.
I don't know if we can say that on the radio.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
We know how to beep it out.
Yeah,
no, I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Sorry about that, guys.
Community dick. So that means this dick is for everybody.
Basically what they've been saying about my sons, which I hate it, but whatever. I love you guys.
That is so funny. So that releases on Monday?
Monday. Yeah.
I need a copy of it.
Yeah, so I'll hit up Slim Jimmy and see if he'll send me over a copy, and then I'll send it to you.
That would be amazing. Absolutely, so I can support.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
would love that. So is he still out here in the Atlanta area?
No, they're in Miami.
Yeah, they're in Miami.
They have to get out of Georgia.
Living their best life, right?
Absolutely. We got another house to sell too.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Got to sell his other house now.
There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for stopping by here.
Thank you for inviting us. Yes. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. We up out of here, you guys.